An update on what the Southside Revitalization Project is expected to look like. The long-awaited historic Parrish Street Forum opens its doors, and the Bull City Connector stays ahead of the curve when it comes to environmental sustainability and adding new features for riders. Join us now as we take you inside City Hall this week. Hello and welcome to City Hall this week. I'm Amy Blaylock, your host. We begin with the vision for the revitalization of what is now known as Southside West.
Southside West is part of the larger Southside project, the other part being Southside East, or the Rolling Hills site located to the right of your screen on the other side of Roxborough Street. Southside West is comprised of the parcels along the north side of Hillside Avenue down to the south side of Enterprise Street, and then west from South Street to Roxborough Street.
The City Council received an update on the project during its April 5th work session.
The initial plan is to provide for 35 lots. And this includes a site preparation, includes cut and fill, as well as streetscape and infrastructure improvements. And when we talk about infrastructure improvements, we're talking about, as was mentioned earlier in the presentation, sidewalks, talking curb and gutter, fill terra boxes. And I just want to emphasize that the initial plan is for the first 35 lots. It also includes some street repairing, as well as street trees and a little bit of lighting.
The total cost of the home ownership portion of the first phase of the project is approximately $4.4 million. That would be funded with Community Development Block Grant and Section 108 funds, as well as Housing Bond Program income and home primary funding sources. City staff says that while there is much emphasis on providing affordable housing and rental properties in Southside, the overall objective is still neighborhood revitalization.
We want to create an environment that attracts private long-term investment. We've got more dilapidated properties, vacant lots in this neighborhood than public investment could ever address. So to be able to attract that long-term investment, we've got to make these strategic investments up front.
One of the key factors in the home ownership component is to get home values up as quickly as possible. The city plans to do this by providing incentives to the home buyers.
Incentives will be important because we want to encourage people who live in the neighborhood to be able to acquire houses, as well as people who may decide that they want to could live anywhere else but be attracted to coming to this particular neighborhood. So it's two levels of incentives I say we would look at. One is just a general incentive, and that's what we're talking about, would not be income restricted. And then we're talking about also some type of assistance in terms of low interest advertising, second mortgage loans, or related forms of assistance that's restricted to low and moderate income home buyers. That's 80% of AMI or below.
Home buyers or builders will have 8 floor plans from which they can choose.
These houses have various options for front porches, roof lines. There are 8 different kinds of columns, 8 different kinds of rails. There are different colors, different roof shingles, bricks. There are literally thousands of different options for looks for these houses, so that we will never have the same house twice in Southside.
To make this mix of 1- and 2-story homes a reality, a lot of infrastructure and site work will need to be made and has already begun. This includes trying to figure out how to narrow the very wide streets throughout the neighborhood to discourage speeding and to make it a more pedestrian-friendly community. It also includes addressing some of the topography challenges that are present throughout Southside.
Some of these houses are almost 10 feet above the street level, and then they step up to the front porch past that. So they're almost 1.5 stories to 2 stories above the street level. And you can see on the left side of the street, the houses are almost depressed or below the street level. So again, we've tried very diligently to balance this out and make a more aesthetic streetscape and usable yards for the residents.
So, what is Southside West expected to look like when it's done?
Nice walkable, pedestrian-friendly community, front porches that really engage the street, and a nice traditional style neighborhood.
The first 10 to 20 homes included in Phase 1 of the project are expected to be finished by spring of 2013. The city's primary partner for the Southside Revitalization Project is McCormack Baron Salazar Development Incorporated. The firm is expected to develop the rental properties associated with the project, while the city provides funding for the demolition of the existing streets and infrastructure and mass grading for the entire site. The City Council postponed approving a formal agreement to that effect until the developer can receive proposals from general contractors. That allows them to determine the actual construction loan amount that will be required, as opposed to moving forward with the not-to-exceed loan amounts that were included in the original proposed master development agreement. The developer will also finalize the selection of the equity investor for the project. Potential homeowners and other stakeholders recently got a chance to see some of the progress that's already been made in Southside. An open house was held on April 11th for the 3 homes that have already been rehabilitated. Those homes are located at 310 Enterprise Street, 120 Chestnut Street, and 1208 Scout Drive. The open house was sponsored by the city's Community Development Department and the Southside Neighborhood Association. The City Council is considering the feedback it received during its April 16th meeting on the draft 2012-2013 Annual Action Plan. The plan serves as the city's application for federal housing and community development funds. During the public hearing, representatives from organizations providing affordable housing, public services, and assistance to those who are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless weighed in on the city's proposed use of those funds. The plan must be submitted to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development by May 15th. If you're interested in learning more about the progress being made to strengthen Durham's economy, you should mark your calendars now for the 2012 State of Durham's Economy Breakfast. The event will be held on Wednesday, June 6th from 7 until 9:30 a.m. at the Durham Convention Center. The program will immediately follow the breakfast in the adjacent Carolina Theater. Online registration is now open on the Durham Convention and Visitors Bureau website. Advance ticket sales cost $60 each or $550 for a table of 10. After May 5th, tickets will be $65 each or $600 for a table of 10. Durham's Little 5 Points will soon be getting a new look. Find out what's in store for the future of this important neighborhood when City Hall This Week continues.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live.
our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back. The final draft design concepts for the Little 5 Points Neighborhood Streetscape Project are now available for public review.
Little 5 Points is located in an area where there's Corporation Street, Mangum Street, Cleveland Street, and Dowd Street, which enters into the main city of downtown Durham. What we're looking to do is to bring a civic project that could bring direction into downtown Durham to beautify the area there. The project will consist of a art, directional, or a civic project that would make it a gateway entrance into the city of Durham.
The plan for doing that was presented to the public during a meeting on April 9th. Residents, business owners, and other stakeholders were asked to review the draft concepts, offer input, and learn more about the direction the project is moving toward.
Based upon that input, what we're going to do is come up with a final design for them to approve of. We're excited. The project is headed in a very positive direction. We're going to be meeting with citizens in the next month and a half. Shortly thereafter, the project is going to go after for a bid, and we plan to start construction in September of 2012.
If you were not able to attend the meeting but would like to view the plans and offer feedback, the city still wants to hear from you.
If you weren't able to attend the meeting, it's not too late to get your input. You can go to the City of Durham's website, Office of Economic and Workforce Development, and from that point you can give your feedback via the website.
The Streetscape Project is being funded with 2010 Neighborhood Commercial Revitalization Funds. Riders on Durham's Bull City Connector are enjoying the comforts now available on 5 new hybrid buses.
Bull City Connector is a new service that we've been operating for about a year and a half now in the downtown area. It's fare-free. It connects Golden Belt to Duke Hospital and medical centers and operates through the downtown 6 days a week. It operates every 15 minutes from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and every 20 minutes in the evenings from 7 p.m. to midnight and all day on Saturday. And it's also a fare-free service, so you can ride for no charge.
The diesel-electric buses include several new features that enhance the rider experience while reducing fuel costs at the same time.
There's 3 primary features on these buses that the previous buses didn't have. The one that most passengers will notice is the interior seating. Rather than the row seating that the existing data buses have and that the previous Bull City Connector buses have, these are perimeter seating. So it provides more standing room and it's easier to get on and off the bus, and there's more opportunity for conversation and exchange while you're on the bus. It also includes automatic passenger counters so that it records every passenger that gets on, automatically records every passenger that gets on and off the bus. And it also has a signal priority feature that can actually hold a green signal longer to allow the bus to actually get through the traffic signal on green. So it'll help with the on-time performance. It also includes the features that were on the previous buses, which were the wheelchair ramps, a kneeling feature that lowers the bus, makes it easier to step into the bus, cameras, surveillance system. There are 6 cameras on board the bus, and bike racks as well.
In addition, the hybrid buses offer a 27% daily fuel savings over the traditional diesel buses.
The hybrid buses help reduce the fuel cost to the city by improving the fuel economy. They actually represent about a 27% improvement in the fuel economy over the regular diesel buses that were previously operated. That translates into a savings of about $100 a day. They're actually consuming that much less fuel to where we're actually saving about $100 a day in fuel consumption.
The buses are also just another way the city is demonstrating its long-term commitment to promoting environmental responsibility.
The way we're demonstrating our commitment to environmental responsibility is basically through the consumption of less fuel in providing the same level of service. By consuming less fuel, we're providing fewer emissions. We're actually consuming 30 gallons less per day than we were with the older buses.
The total cost for the 5 buses is $2.9 million. That amount includes an 80% contribution from the Federal Transit Administration and a 20% non-federal share from the North Carolina Department of Transportation and Duke University. The city is asking for your help in trading in cans for cash. Find out how you can contribute to the cause, plus possibly win some prizes yourself when City Hall This Week continues.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up with that, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back. Durham youth who want a voice in their city government are encouraged to apply to serve on the Durham Youth Commission.
The Durham Youth Commission is a group of 30 youth who are tasked with a year of service learning to the Durham community. And when I say service learning, that is inclusive of civic and educational learning opportunities, conferences, and what we term as service learning projects, wherein we contribute to the Durham community.
Part of that contribution comes in the form of offering youth a chance to have a formal role in the city's planning and decision-making process.
The responsibilities include serving a one-year term, abiding by the bylaws that govern the Durham Youth Commission, attending all meetings and all city-related functions, and just to have a heart and a willingness to serve the city of Durham and its residents.
The application period ends April 30th. Applications are available on the city's website or through the Durham Teen Center, in middle and high school guidance counselor offices, and through the main branch of the public library.
There are no stringent requirements. The basic requirement is that you be a rising 9th through 12th grader here in the city of Durham, and that is inclusive of private schools, home schools, and just to be energetic and have a willingness to serve Durham and its residents.
For more information about the Durham Youth Commission, contact Evelyn Scott at the phone number or email address listed on your screen. Anyone interested in helping the environment and supporting the city's recycling efforts is invited to take the Cans for Cash Challenge. Durham is taking part in the National Cans for Cash recycling program that rewards top cities for environmentally friendly habits.
The Cans for Cash program is a national competition for municipalities to participate in, and the whole purpose of it is for municipalities to see who can either collect the most cans or who comes up with the most innovative idea to collect the cans. So the City of Durham is participating in the collection piece. We want to get as many cans as we can.
Participation in the program is easy.
Residents can participate two ways. They can put cans into their curbside recycling cart, and as an extra incentive, what I've done is added some drop-off locations. So residents can bring cans to our solid waste management department. They can bring cans to the Recreation Center on Weaver Street and also Campus Hills. And the incentive for bringing those cans to those locations is residents will have a chance to enter to win a compost bin, rain barrel, and a gift card from Harris Teeter. So that's an extra incentive, but that's only if you bring your cans, so we want your cans.
City staff wants to emphasize that while residents won't be paid in cash for the cans they collect, Durham could receive a financial boost for its recycling efforts.
What will happen is if we are in the top 3 cities that collect the most cans, then the city will receive grant monies, and that money will go towards enhancing our recycling education and outreach program.
The program will run through the end of April. Historic Parrish Street is marking a milestone. Find out why the opening of this forum is cause for such a celebration when City Hall this week continues.
That's low, that's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
Are gas prices keeping your family close to home? We'll take it easy with Triangle Transit, where children 12 and under and seniors 65 and up ride free. With Triangle Transit, your whole family can get around the Triangle with ease. So leave your car at home, and remember, seniors and children always ride free with Triangle Transit. For more information, call 919-485-RIDE. That's 919-485-7433 to plan your next trip, and visit us online at triangletransit.org.
Welcome back. The long-awaited Historic Parrish Street Forum is now ready for use.
Well, this has been a long time coming.
A ceremony was held on April 12th to mark the opening of the exhibit and event space. It also gave those in attendance a chance to remember the history and legacy of what is known as the nation's Black Wall Street and to look ahead to the street's economic future.
By 1910, Durham was known as a community of black enterprise, and that fact was noted by very two prominent African Americans of that time, W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington. By 1925, the establishment of the North Carolina Mutual Life Insurance Company Mechanics and Farmers Bank, and Mutual Building and Loan Association, local business leaders had achieved a level of success in Jim Crow South that gave Durham a national reputation as a capital of black middle class. But I would hasten to add in that the story of Black Wall Street or Parrish Street is not limited to these 4 blocks in downtown Durham. Parrish Street links to other parts of Durham, as well as linking to the state, national, and international levels. Black Wall Street has precedents in economic self-reliance and empowerment. It has precedents in financial determination and pride. It has precedents in employment options, precedents in civil rights, and it also gave us the first glimmers of racial parity in America. And Parrish Street is an important part of downtown Durham's revitalization, a revitalization that has produced over $1.2 billion in public and private funds being invested in downtown Durham.
Investments that community leaders and city staff hope will continue with the opening of the Parrish Street Forum.
We know that people coming to this space means more people downtown. More people downtown means more demand for goods and services. More demand for goods and services means more commercial development and job growth. More commercial development and job growth means more opportunities for Durham residents.
The forum is managed by the city's Office of Economic and Workforce Development and is located in the center of downtown.
Today we proudly celebrate the opening of this venue for cultural arts events, for lecturers, for panel discussions, and a meeting place for community organizations.
Uses that the Parrish Street Advocacy Group hope will continue the street's story of economic success.
We hope and believe that this place will be a place where the tough issues are discussed among the broadest range of interested parties to achieve accommodations that can underpin a shared success for all. Part of what was unique about the historic success and economic development that went on here was that during the time of its initiation and its greatest heyday, similar examples of African American success were met with violence, not too far away in Wilmington and in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and other places. This place was different, as we know, and we all know continues to be different. It is our hope and goal that the new forum indeed promotes a new era on Parrish Street and in downtown Durham.
For more information about historic Parrish Street and the forum, visit parrishstreet.org. That does it for this edition of City Hall This Week. Be sure and like DTV8 on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. You can also find us on demand on DTV8's webpage or on YouTube. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining me for City Hall This Week.